dropped our bags off at the hotel and we're just walking through Rome. We are here in early July, so it is a crisp 33 degrees, as it will be the entire time we're here. Scorching. So we are just going to visit the Fountain de Triotti, I think it's called, right next to our hotel, and then right across from there, about 10 minutes walk, is the Trevi Fountain, and there's some food places as well that we want to try. So
we're in Rome.
We will show you what we see.
We just walked down to a fountain.
Fontana del Tritone, I think it's called.
Hopefully you hear that in the background, because I won't be trying to pronounce that. By the fountain, though, there was a little cafe, and to be honest, it's so warm. We haven't long since come off the plane. Thought we'd stop for a drink and a little snack, because the food looked really good here. First thing I got was a frappuccino. Which, I guess, if you think about coffee, frappuccino probably sounds really sweet.
Tame.
Maybe, yeah, tame for like someone that loves coffee. But frappuccinos in Italy, one of the places of the world for coffee, it's like pure. It tastes like espresso, which is really nice. It's good. I'm sure it's going to keep me awake. Next things we got was some bruschetta, another classic Italian dish. I just tried the bruschetta. So I thought bruschetta had mozzarella on it, but I think classic bruschetta is, I want to say sourdough bread. Don't come at me if that's wrong. Chunks of tomato, olive oil, and then like herbs. A bit of a rogue choice for me, because I actually don't like tomatoes. 3 pieces all loaded with tomatoes. I nearly just finished the first piece because it is really tasty. The bread is like really nice and soft. Oil is like soaked into it as well, and it's kind of salty. And then the tomatoes, they've got like a ripe. Do you know what it tastes like? It tastes like a margherita pizza, just without the cheese. Yeah, and that's the only type of pizza I really like is margherita. That's probably how I would explain the flavours, because the herbs on it kind of give it that vibe. Anyway, I'd really rate that. I think I'd give that an 8.5. Which, considering the amount of tomatoes, I think is high for me.
I decided to get the pistachio cannoli. It's just got a little side of cream with it, so I'm going to give it a try now. Nice cannoli. Of the ones we've had, I think we've had ones in Sardinia. I might have also had one in Turin as well. I think that might be the best one I've had. It's got a very full filling. The pastry on the outside is like very delicate, and the adding of the cream on the side helps with the cannoli, because it kind of gives a little bit of a sweet element, but not too much. I would give that I would go 8.5 out of 10. Very good. So we've just been to the Trevi Fountain. It's very beautiful. It's a lot bigger than we thought, isn't it?
Yeah, it's bigger.
It's a bit overstimulating if you don't like crowds.
Probably the most crowded place so far.
Yeah, it's absolutely heaving around here.
Everyone like trying to get pictures, obviously, in front of the fountain.
Yeah. We just stopped in Limon, which is it limoncello they serve?
It was like lemon flavoured stuff.
Yeah, lemon flavoured stuff in a lemon, so very lemon based.
Well, this is lemon sorbet, but they had, like, the shop was lemon flavoured things.
Yeah, the sorbet, so we got the just original lemon flavour and then lemon and pineapple.
So we like 80%
Yeah.
of it. It was very, very tart,
Yeah.
as it would be because it was lemon sorbet.
Yeah.
And they must like these like punnets, buckets, I don't know what you call things of lemons in the shop. So they obviously, is pure lemon. It was very, very tart. So it was refreshing, but also it was also like melting like crazy as well because it's like 30 degree heat. So.
Maybe not so bad because it was cold, and at least like because of the hot weather, it wasn't. Even though it was hot, it was like a bit refreshing because of how cold it was.
Yeah.
I'd probably give it like a 7.
I think I'd give it like a 6.5.
To the hotel for a bit of R&R. As you can tell,
we got a little
bit
warm. Yeah. For that though, you would have seen that we went to the Pantheon.
I thought it was really good. It's obviously interesting architecture. It goes back to, I think it was built in like 125 AD. So very historic building. I think it's probably also one of the more affordable attractions to see in Rome. You can obviously purchase stuff at the kiosk on the right hand side of the front of the Pantheon, and it costs €7 per person, so about £5. I think if you compare that to the Colosseum tickets, sometimes they're on resale, and the Vatican as well. It's definitely affordable. Took a little while to get in there.
But yeah, I mean, inside is beautiful. The design, the architecture, the paintings, it's also like an immense size as well.
Yeah.
I didn't realise how actually big it was. So yeah, it was beautiful to see. It was really busy.
Something to recommend if you do decide to come to Rome. So we're now going to go get some dinner. Mena has requested seafood pasta, so I've tried to find a restaurant that has those things. So we are going to make our way over there now from our hotel, and we will show you what we have and what we eat. We just thought we would give a recap of our dinner last night. We went to a seafood restaurant. They kind of also did quite a lot of other things, like they did a lot of meat dishes, appetizers, just overall kind of Italian cuisine, to be honest. But we were fancying seafood, so we got the mussels to start, which were pretty good.
Yeah, they were really fresh.
Yeah. The only thing I think we deduct a point on is, I think, based off other places we've been to in Italy, the portions were perhaps not as generous, shall we say, as we've had previously. But the food was really good.
So good.
Yeah, I got the seafood risotto, and you got the...
I got the seafood linguine, which I think, apart from, I think I deducted like half a point out of 10. Because there wasn't, I would have liked more seafood in it, but I feel like that's like a personal preference. But the pasta was cooked obviously really well because we're in Italy. The seafood tasted really fresh. It was a beautiful dish.
I know that there's many restaurants that would serve that type of food in Rome, so if there's anybody watching that's been to Rome, please let us know what your favourite restaurants were in the comments. But in terms of one to try, definitely recommended by us. We really enjoyed it. It's our first full day in Rome. Obviously, we probably would have cut it a little bit after dinner. We were, shall we say, the travel day kind of hit us a bit harder. We're going to try our best to work out the Rome train/bus system. So the first thing we're going to do is work that out, and then we're going to be going to the Spanish Steps, and then making our way over to the Castel Sant'Angelo, and then there's quite a few food places like pizza places and kind of like focaccia restaurants I've saved. So we're going to be doing those as well as we make our way through that bit of the city. We just left the French monastery, which is the top of the Spanish Steps. I thought it was really impressive. Just the Spanish Steps overall. It's also quite a nice little area around it, I think, as well.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. It's obviously beautifully built, as all things back then were. The monastery as well, like I always find it fascinating, even when they're like smaller monasteries that were obviously there for very local members of the town or a few select people. They're still so like intricate, and like the paintings and the building,
Murals and stuff, and
yeah,
they're very
beautiful.
So we're right next to the Villa de Medici now, which was a house owned by the one of the royal Italian families, the Medici family. It is now, I believe it's the either the National Art Gallery or some form of art gallery. So what we've seen as well is a lot of fountains that people can kind of like dab their necks or like hats.
Seem like strategically placed. There's a fountain at the bottom of the Spanish Steps that people were. There was like a walkway into it, so people were like queuing up and like going in to like, I don't know, get water, fill up their water bottles or put water onto their skin. Obviously, I think we said yesterday we're in July, so we're now like at the peak point of summer, and it is hot. So yeah, a tip would be do everything you can indoors. So any of the buildings, go indoors just to take, even if it's just to take 5 minutes out of the sun.
And definitely utilise the fountains around Rome to dab yourself off every now and again to help with the heat.
So we've just come down from Villa de Medici, which I think Kyle said in the previous clip. We didn't actually end up going inside because we didn't realise you could only walk around it. We really wanted to see the gardens, but you could only walk around it with a guided tour, and the guided tour wasn't for another 3 hours, and there's other things that we want to go and see. We're going to go over to our next point in a little bit, but we thought we'd stop for some food because we haven't actually had very much food today, and it's midday now. So we stopped at a gelato shop in one of the side streets, like just down from the Spanish Steps, and we got a gelato bowl. They literally, this is only 2 scoops and they like proper filled it up. So we got the vanilla because Kyle is quite vanilla in his taste. And then I got the cherry flavour. Gelato never disappoints in Italy. It's like the texture of it is so like smooth, even when it's got like bits in it. Flavours are really like, even the vanilla has got like a really strong vanilla bean flavour. I give that a 10. That's really nice on a hot day as well. And it's basically like a full tub of like the amount you get in Ben Jerry's. Like that's what it feels like. They proper like piled it in there.
So we've been a bit unconventional because we've gone from sweet back to savoury. The main reason we went to the gelato place first is because this place didn't open until 1 o'clock, so we needed to pass the time in the area. But this is Pastificio Guerra, and you always know that the online hype is real when there's a queue outside the door as soon as they open at 1 o'clock. The menu, very, very simple. There's pork and no pork. There's 2 options of the pasta, and they're €5 per serving.
And they give you a lot as well.
Quite a generous serving, and I think that's only about £3.50, so that's a very, very good price. So we decided to get the pork, so let's give it a go. Very good pasta. Molto
amazing
bene.
pasta.
For £4, £3.50, £4. If they serve that where we came from, I'd bite your hand off every day of the week for it. The sauce is really nice. It comes out in like a big vat, but don't let that put you off. It tastes very fresh. The pasta tastes like it's, freshly prepared.
It's obviously handmade.
A handmade al dente pasta. The pork bits in it, it's almost like a mixture between like pork crackling and crispy bacon. Really, really flavourful, and it goes well with the sauce and pasta. I go high on that one. That's 8.59 out of 10.
that was it for the first part of our Rome videos. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.